Hey, how's it going, guys? Just wanted to say hello because I haven't made a video in a few days. And I was just thinking about this idea that doesn't really work with reality, that the way that our systems work on the planet is that we have this drive for like infinite growth, but we're on a planet that has a finite amount of material resources, and that doesn't really work. If there's a finite amount of resources, you can't really have infinite growth, at least not materially. And on the more left liberal way of thinking is that that's bad, bad, bad. And on the more right conservative way of thinking, I think is that it's just the way things work and that it's necessary and that it's what provides us with wealth and prosperity and a high quality of life. And as with most things, both are true to a certain extent. And I don't I don't agree really with either of those things. Like I do on one level, but then on another level, infinite growth isn't necessarily bad, and it isn't necessarily completely necessary for us to have a high quality of life, because infinite like we could grow infinitely, but it depends on how we define it, because it seems to be that for so many generations we were and we continue to be locked in this realm of infinite growth in a material sense. We always want more stuff, a bigger house, more money, more, right? But if we were to decide to shift the idea of infinite growth into the kind of mental and spiritual realms, then I think we could still fulfill that innate drive that we have, because the drive for growth and more is just human, it's biological. It's like every living creature wants to take in as many resources as it possibly can and grow in a physical sense, because it's going to help it reproduce and pass on its genes and things, right? So it's no wonder that we've been stuck in that way of being. But we have the ability to choose to shift some of that drive into the mental and the spiritual realms, because I think it makes sense that part of the reason we're seeing so many people with mental health issues who are struggling with things like depression and anxiety and a lack of connection to ourselves and each other and nature and the world, and an idea of there being some sort of higher power, the lack of these like spiritual concepts as well, is that we've been so stuck in the infinite growth in the material realm that we've been completely like undernourished, malnourished, not having our needs met for growth in mental and spiritual ways. And I think we can solve a lot of our own individual problems and a lot of our collective problems that we're seeing in the world if we make that shift. If we stop focusing so much on having more shit that we don't need in the physical world, and we work on like how do we grow our mentality, how do we make that better and stronger, have a better mindset, better beliefs, stronger beliefs that serve us in our lives better? And then in the spiritual realm, like, how do we create stronger connections with the core of who we truly are and with other people on like a real level, where we're not wearing masks all the time, we're not being fake all the time because we're afraid of what everybody's going to think. If we can make the shift not completely away from wanting material kind of wealth and abundance in our lives, there's plenty of reasons to want that. It's not necessarily bad, but if we focus only on that, then it becomes unbalanced, and whenever anything becomes unbalanced, shit starts going wrong, right? So if we can shift into focusing more on our own personal growth in our own heads and in our relationships and our connection to life, essentially, and to the beauty that there really is out there, if we don't focus so much on things and we focus more on some of the other non-material things that aren't as easily measured in our world, then I think we could see a really positive difference in our own lives and the world. So that's just a thought I was thinking of. I wanted to share with you. Hope you liked it. Hope you're having a good day, and I will talk to you sometime soon. Peace.